Who's cooking along today then? Okay then, so cauliflower cheese with crisps. So you want your pan on, you want a medium-sized pan, or like a larger pan and a medium-sized pan. And you want your kettle boiling. So we've got our butter. See that? In there, 50 grams of butter. So we're melting the butter to start with. Okay, so cauliflower cheese, nice and straightforward. There's all different variations you could make on this. You can add mustard, like my friend was saying, why haven't I put that in? I want to make it as simple as possible. You could add dried herbs, you could add some fried bacon. We're going to keep it nice and simple today. So we need to make a roux, which is the start of the base of your sauce.
Is that just butter in there at the minute?
So you have equal quantities of some sort of fat, so margarine or butter. Okay, then in goes the flour. So I'm going to keep the heat on, keep it down lowish, sort of medium heat. And you want the flour to soak up all that fat. So leave that on a low heat, just cooking through. You want to cook out the flour a little bit because you don't want it to be too, what's the word, that chalky, floury taste. Okay, so next you want the pan on for the cauliflower. So sorry, salt in there as well. So we've got the roux cooking out. You're gonna have to multitask, Cal, keep up. So we've got the roux cooking out, so the flour and the fat cooking out, just for a few minutes. And then I'll tell you what, we'll bung the oven on as well at the same time. So the oven on 190. So we've got the roux on cooking, we've got the boiled salted water, so we've got the cauliflower. So with the cauliflower, you want to take off the base, take off the outer leaves, the like rubbishy outer leaves. Okay, cut off a little bit more of the roux. And then if you take out, if I do it that way, try to stab myself, take out the centre. So we'll save the root, because you can use the root. Don't chuck that away. And these leaves, you can chuck all these sort of, all these little leaves in. It's part of the cauliflower. It's not going to kill you. Okay, so back over here. So with the cauliflower, all I do, you can do it in nice florets like this, and you can. So you can have nice florets like that, and you lay it in your dish. But all I'm going to do. So I prefer like this into pieces. So what you do is you get like a floret like that, chop it down, run your knife over it, and if you're not sure how much you need, if you get the dish out, put it in the dish.
You could be finding cauliflower all over the place for weeks.
Yeah, you will. You have to tidy up later, won't you? And then broccoli, you can do it with any vegetables. You can do this with any vegetables at all. Why does it have to be cauliflower cheese? It doesn't have to be. You could do broccoli. You could do like a roasted vegetable one where you have if you've got loads of vegetables left over, like carrots or whatever it might be, courgette. Stick it in the oven, roast it up, put it in your dish, your cheese sauce over the top, back in the oven with your cheese. Done. Oh, and your crisps. Don't forget your crisps. So here we go, down there. So that's still cooking. We've still got the water on. So the broccoli. This broccoli's a bit old and ropey, a bit like myself. So all we'll do is just chuck a few of these florets on. And then with the root, again, just chop it down. It's a little bit more coarse, so just. And exactly the same. Here's a trick. My favourite part of the broccoli is the stalk. Never, ever, ever, don't ever throw the stalk away, please. So if you just trim it up. My dogs love these bits, these stalks. Go wild for it, Len dog does. Right, and then chop it down. That tastes lovely. Like that. Chuck that in there. So we've got all that what we need. So then we want the water on simmering. Put that in. A few minutes, literally probably 5 minutes. All right. Don't need to worry about washing that out. It's only little. People will be like, "Oh, I need to get that." No, you don't. Leave it as it is. Okay. So onto the sauce. At this point, you could be frying up a little bit of bacon if you wanted. Make some crispy bits of bacon. Maybe you got some, you know, like you buy in the supermarkets, like that cheap ham or the nice sliced ham. If you've got any of that that's going out of date, slice it up. Get that ready, and you can lay that on your bottom of your dish. You can get it ready and add it to your sauce. Anything like that. Maybe some chorizo. If you've got some nice chorizo, you could fry up. Where's my milk? Here's my milk. 500 ml. What you do is you add it in slowly. Start turning the heat up. It'll soon.
How do you know when it's time to put it in?
Just give it a few minutes. Just cook off the roux just for a few minutes. What did I do it for? 5 minutes. Just do it for 3 or 4 minutes. But if you're not too sure, it's no big thing if you don't cook it off for long enough. It's still going to be a really nice sauce. It just makes it better if you can just cook it out for a few minutes. See it? You can do all this by eye. Just stick a chunk of butter in, and then just add enough flour so it soaks up the butter. Once this starts getting more sauce-like, we'll use a whisk.
Will a dairy-free version taste nice?
Yeah, tastes absolutely fine. It won't taste as creamy but it's still going to be lovely. You know, soya or almond milk. Almond milk would be really nice for this. See, we've got the broccoli and the cauliflower. Now let's transfer to a whisk. Right, seasoning. Or he'd be saying, it's too much pepper. Mum, I hope you're picking up some tips. Okay, so, wrong one. See, that'll do. It's sort of still al dente, so it's still got a bit of a bite. You don't want it all mushy and horrible. Okay, so next, you want to drain it off. The sauce is on low. Drain it as much as possible. You can do. Put it back on the heat, on a low heat, to dry it out. That is nice. Can you hear the... I don't know if anybody can hear that. So you want to dry that out. Right, cheese. Now here's the good bit. I had a lady message me earlier saying, how much cheese shall I put in? What was it? I did the potato bake. I said it's as much or as little as you want. You can put blue cheese in there, mozzarella. If it was my son, my youngest son, that's why you eat the cheese, he would put in like mozzarella, cheddar, and all manner of cheeses. So now that's dried out. Just put it back on the heat. You don't have to. I just like to do that. It just dries it all out a little bit, okay? It's not imperative. Okay, so you've got to that stage. Ooh, you want it nice and velvety. Does that look as good as what it looks? Does that make sense? No, it doesn't make sense.
Look as good as it smells? Maybe.
Look at that. Again, there's probably plenty left over, and I would say, you know, if anybody's passing, but you're not allowed to, so I'll have to eat it all. Okay, so then we want more cheese, obviously.
Did you grease the dish, your dad's asking?
No.
There's enough grease in the cheese, isn't
Yeah.
there?
Dad, I'm surprised you even know what flipping cauliflower looks like.
Got a feeling your mum might be using his login.
Okay, so here's the best bit, and this was actually taught to me by, cheers everyone, by Mrs. Georgina Sargent, aka my mum, aka the world's nicest woman ever. Stay at home, you leave that house, you're in big trouble. So what you need to do, any crisps, whatever flavour, actually make sure they're right. Okay. Crunch them up, and it gives it the best. My parents used to have a shop when we were younger, and my dad used to bring back loads of food, all the off food, because he was like that. He was kind, and so we used to have like you remember the is it Smith's crisps, where you'd have like the sachet of salt.
Oh yeah, salt and shake.
Salt and shake, that's right. We used to have loads of those. Those were obviously not the favourite in the shop, because we used to eat loads of those. I think that's why. Why not just have an experiment with stuff? So there you go. So that's going to go in the oven now for about 25 minutes till it's nice and golden, 25-30 minutes. Oh, listen to the crisps. I'm going to try this. This is going to be like...
It's going to burn your mouth.
Fresh lava in my mouth. It's hot.
Blow.
Whoa.
Let's see his face. Hang on. Okay.
Got a beer. Yeah, got a bit of beer left, just in case there's a fire. Mm. Oh yeah, that's good with the crisps. Try crisps. So that's amazing. Right, okay everyone, thank you very much, and see you tomorrow morning.